If you're into sports betting, BetOnline is where you should go to win money today. Whether it's live bets during games or futures for who you think will win the championship, BetOnline has all the latest odds, news, and information for all your online sports betting needs. Visit the website today or use your mobile device to join and receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. So before the next big game, head on over to BetOnline and start playing today. BetOnline, your online sportsbook experts. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast. I'm your host, Polina Edmonds, and this week's episode is going to be covering the top 6 of the ladies from the Junior Grand Prix Courchevel that just happened this past weekend. So I was really excited to watch Junior Grand Prix Courchevel. It's the first Junior Grand Prix of this season. I'm so glad they're back this year. Courchevel is beautiful, but it's at such high altitude, so it's really difficult to compete there. I had a little experience competing in intense altitude for a Junior Grand Prix in Mexico City, and I can definitely say that girls who skate clean programs in that event are so commendable. So anyways, congrats to everyone who competed this weekend. I am analyzing the top 6 ladies at this event, and here are my thoughts on each of them. So we'll start from Lola Ghozali from France. She was in 6th. She's 14 and she's the hometown girl. So her short program had a more modern style. She skated to Billie Eilish. I think she did a really good job performing it. She's very powerful and strong, has great presence on the ice. She has big jumps. She just needs to work on the control of her landings to execute with good quality. Her Let's edge was a little questionable, so I think that she needs to be careful with that. She also needs to work a little on her posture. She has a little bit of a stiff back. Having her back move more and flow with the music will help with the contemporary image that she wants to portray with this kind of music and connect her more with all of the movements. For her free skate, I absolutely loved her dress. The white contemporary style was super cool. She has big, strong jumps and big, strong skating, and she just needs to put it all together. Consistency is going to be key for her. She needs to stay mentally strong throughout the entire program. If a mistake happens, she can't lose herself to the rest of the program. The performance still needs to be there. It's understandable, of course, with high altitude. Jumps are really difficult, but after popping several times and then doing a triplets at the end of her program, the mistakes seem to be more of a lack of concentration or training for programs. It'll be interesting to watch her compete the rest of the season. Next, we have Ahsun Yun. She's 14 from Korea. For her short program, she looked beautiful to me. I think she's a little rough around the edges. The triplets pop was a huge mistake, definitely set her back, and the rest of the program was good. Her other jumps were big and had nice flow. She has great lines, great packaging. I love the look, loved her dress. She needs to work on polishing her skating. She's a little choppy here and there, doesn't always stretch her arms and legs to the fullest potential for maximum coverage. She can also work a little bit on her posture with arching her back. She's a little stiff, so that's what I would like to see from her. She needs to work on the speed of her flying sit spin as well, but overall it was a fine skate. In the free skate, I really liked this mummy program for her. Her jump technique is superb as well. Great jumps, great flow, great quality. She had one fall, but the rest of the program was awesome. The rest of the jumps were great. Her spins could use a little more security and speed. She needs to be a little tighter on all of her positions. She definitely needs to work on her posture. In this dress, in this program, it's especially evident when her shoulders are curving inward. So posture is something she really needs to work on. But with the right posture, she's a gem. I'm really excited to see her progress this season as well. Next, we have Seoyeon Ji. She's 15, representing Korea as well. For her short program, I thought she had great jumps, great jump technique. She hopped out on her triple-triple combination. She didn't quite stretch up enough on the toe loop, but the triple flip near the end of her program was amazing. Something I noticed was on her axle, she swings her arms with a little too much force, and it doesn't make the jump look easy for her. It looks difficult. So I think she needs to work on the calmness and the ease of that technique. Her spin positions are good, but she needs to work on the speed of them. And her program it has a lot of potential. I feel like she's mostly skating through the movement rather than really trying to connect with the music. And I think she needs to work on her musicality in this program, find a story within the music, and really portray that connection. Another thing I noticed on her layback spin is during her hair cutter position, her leg's a little too high. She needs to arch her back and head down to her leg rather than bring her skate up to her head when she stands upright. So that's definitely something that she should work on as well. Her free skate, whoa. Amazing jumps. I really like her technique. Very solid and classic. She had stunning jumps, performed with great quality and flow. I like this program a lot more for her. I think she connects more with this music and that the choreography and dress suits her skating and complements her light style. She lost her center on her combination spin. She needs to be a little more stable with the spins. Don't lose points there. She also drops her arms before all of her elements. She drops the character of the program, and she shouldn't do that. She needs to keep everything going the full package. So that's something that I took notice to. She should work on that. But yeah, I really liked this program. I loved her jumps. I'm very excited to watch her this season. Next, we have Clare Seo, 14, from the USA. Her short program, beautiful short program. It did start from a swizzle, which I don't quite think is appropriate for this level. I think she should show better skating skills right off the bat, but great jump. She had such a strong triple in the middle of her program. So impressive. She needs to be careful with her flip, though. It seems to be outside edge to me when I watch the video playback, so she needs to really work on that. Very pretty choreography. She has such grace, and she keeps the beauty throughout the whole program. I loved the footwork. You could feel the change in emotion in her skating. She showed great range. She has this air to her skating. She really knows her style. I think the style of the short program really suits her. Her entrance into her spins aren't super clear in this program, though. It's a little choppy. I think she needs to stretch and take her time a little more. And she definitely needs more speed on her flying sit spin. But that layback, wow, that hair cutter position is picture perfect. Amazing. For the free skate, she did a great job as well. She was a little bit sloppy on the jumps on this one. She needs to have a tighter position on her landings. Very strong. Great job executing for the most part. To me, it looked like she lost a little gas near the end of her program, especially on the jumps. She needs to keep herself centered and upright and jump a little higher. She only had one triple, and to be more competitive, she's going to need 2. But she looked very pretty on the ice. I really liked it. I feel like her short program is a little bit more special to her skating. I think she needs to develop the free skate a little bit more in terms of finding a character within this program. She has great emotional range. I know she's capable, so I'm really excited to see this program progress throughout the season. She needs to work on the quality of her spins. I noticed she bobbled a little on her donut spin, lost her center. She can't afford to lose points on things like that. She also limps her crossovers a little bit. She needs to work on that basic skill so it doesn't detract from her overall skating quality. Loved the choreography and her steps. When she ended, oh my goodness, it was great. I really, really liked her footwork choreography. Overall, great job, especially in altitude. I really like Clare.
So I don't know if you've heard, but apparently former NBA player Lamar Odom may be returning to professional basketball in Spain soon. I was reading a press release about how he started taking a pH balancing alkaline supplement called Balance 7, and that's what has helped him bounce back from his hospitalization in 2015. He even said, "I have an enormous amount of energy, which is good for me. It's important when working out. I always need energy to level up." Couldn't agree with that more, Lamar. After watching him fight Aaron Carter in July's celebrity boxing match, I think it's safe to say that Balance 7 is working for him. Cool thing is, we've got a promotion running with Balance 7 right now, where if you go to their website, balance7.com, and use the code BELIEVE at checkout, you'll receive a free 4-ounce bottle of My Smooth Skin with any purchase of Balance 7 products. That product retails at $13.99, so I'd say it's worth it. Again, head to balance7.com and use the code BELIEVE at checkout and get in on the promotion. I know I will. If it worked for him, it can work for you too.
Next we have Kaiya Ruiter. She's 15 from Canada. Wow, I really like this girl. Short program, good, strong skate. She needs to be a little cleaner on her jumps. They looked a little jerky on the short program, but it was a really nice program. She has a very classic look, and I love the way that she smiles when she skates. It's just so genuine, and it makes me smile when I watch her. She can work on her posture a little bit for sure. She needs to keep her shoulders down at times and arch her upper back to keep her lines looking good the entire time on the ice. I think she needs to work on better positioning of the fly and hitting the sit spin position during her flying sit. She looks super athletic, so I think softening her arms in her skating will do wonders for her in terms of range of being both strong and powerful, and then also showing that soft grace. She has great technique, beautiful jump positions, and you can see great power in her skating. She has really great potential. And her free skate, I love the program. Her jumps were all great. They were performed better than the short program for sure. She does only have one triple, so I think that she should up that to be more competitive internationally. I was really impressed with her stamina and quality of jumps at such high altitude throughout the entire program. I think she needs to bend her ankle a little bit more to not jerk her jumps. Also keep her hip closed and have a sharper, tighter landing. Don't open her hip as much. I think she needs to not open her hip as much just to have that aesthetic on all of her landing positions. But I genuinely smile when I watch her. You can tell she really enjoys her program. She enjoys being out there. And I love that the program tells a story. You can see a clear change in emotion from her at the end when the music changes. And I thought her final footwork was beautifully done, beautifully choreographed. There were great changes of speed and movement and energy. It was awesome. Her hair cutter position needs a little bit of work. Again, same thing as I said earlier. The hair cutter, she needs to arch backwards rather than pull her leg up to her head. Definitely something that she can work on for aesthetic of position. But overall, very, very pleasant girl to watch. She's a great future for Canada. Loved her. Last but not least, we have our gold medalist of the event, Lindsay Thorngren from USA. So for the short program, she had a good, clean, strong skate. I thought she showed great mentality coming out there with a strong technical program. It was pretty good quality. Her triple flip was amazing. She had a really difficult transition into her double axel with that Innebauer, but I think she needs to connect it a little bit more flowy. She shouldn't make it super obvious that she's about to do an axel if she's going to use that transition. She's becoming more powerful in her skating, but she needs to keep the same speed and long edges before her jumps. I think her transitions get a little slow right before she jumps, and she needs to stay with the music and not break character. Great, amazing, difficult transitions into the spins. However, at the end, she does do 2 spins in a row in her short program in the same area. So I think she needs to have her transition push her further and cover more ice between those 2 spins. Her program's pretty good. She needs to work on connecting it with the audience more, connecting with the music as she skates to it. It is early, so I'm excited to see how she develops her artistry this season with this program. In the free skate, another great, strong skate. There was a little mishap on her triple loop, but the rest of her jump elements were done very well. She did 2 triple combinations, an impressive triple combination in the second half nonetheless, so bravo, Lindsay. She needs to work more on making this program a story, in my opinion. Everyone's seen Queen's Gambit. She needs to pick some emotion to play off and reel that story in her program rather than relying on the words in the music to do the work for her. It seems like she's a little disconnected from the music. There aren't really any accents that she can build off of. It's early, so there's still time to develop these programs into skating that really touches you, and I think that's what she needs to work on. Overall, great job here. She came in with some strong skates and she won. She needs to continue that momentum for her next Junior Grand Prix and make the final. If she wants to be viewed as an Olympic contender this season, she really needs to dazzle on the Junior Grand Prix stage and prove her consistency in building that criteria for herself. I'm really excited to watch Lindsay this season. To finish, I do have two highlights, two other skaters that I really liked. I liked Hanna from Finland. She did a lot of mistakes in the long program, but she has great potential, and it'll be really interesting to see her in another Junior Grand Prix without the altitude to see how she really skates. I'm also really happy for Regina from Mexico. She doesn't have the highest technical, but her skating skills and transitions were amazing. She had great usage of a variety of different skating skills and movements, and her spin positions were great. She gave a lot of energy in her skating, and it was really interesting watching her program. Well, that's all for me on Junior Grand Prix Courchevel, week 1. I am really excited to keep watching the Junior Grand Prix season and the international competitions that go on this season. I'll be covering most of them, so stay tuned, and I can't wait to watch Junior Grand Prix Courchevel next week.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Please leave me a comment, leave me a review. I love hearing what you guys have to say. Follow me on my Instagram. That's where I'm promoting this. My username is @PaulinaEdmonds. And please DM me if you have any requests for my podcast, any interview requests, or if you yourself would like to come on and you have a fun skating story that you'd like to share. I'm always looking for new voices to feature, so please reach out to me. And stay tuned for my future podcast episodes. I release every Tuesday, and I can't wait to talk to you guys next week.